Ever heard of Bloody Mary, the ghostly figure that appears in mirrors? Or the escaped killer with a hook for a hand that stalks Lover's Lane? What about the creepy clowns lurking in small towns or the haunted Bettis house with its eerie dog boy? Imagine waking up in a hotel with a gruesome secret under the bed or playing a game that messes with your mind. From the mysterious Loch Ness monster to ghostly buses in Beijing and spider bites turning into nightmares, these urban legends are more than just stories. They're spine-chilling tales that might make you believe the unbelievable. Let's get started with the top 10 creepiest urban legends in the world. And don't forget to subscribe to Trending Tenz for more thrilling content. Number 10. Bloody Mary, the mirror's dark secret. Imagine this. A bunch of friends gather in a dark room, candles flickering. One dares the other, say Bloody Mary 3 times. With a shaky voice, they do it. Suddenly, the mirror ripples and a face appears, full of sorrow and rage. Her eyes are hollow, her skin pale as death. This legend has been around for ages, with some tracing its origins back to the 1700s. Some say it originated from the folklore of a witch or a vengeful ghost named Mary. Others believe it's connected to historical figures like Mary Tudor, known for her brutal executions. Number 9. The Hook, a Night of Terror. Sarah and Mike thought it was perfect date night at Lover's Lane until the radio warned about an escaped killer with a hook for a hand. Sarah wanted to leave, but Mike laughed it off. Later, as they drove away, they saw it, a bloodied hook hanging from the door handle. Imagine the terror they felt, knowing the killer was just inches away. This urban legend has circulated since the 1950s, tapping into our fear of being alone and vulnerable. It often serves as a cautionary tale for young couples, emphasizing the dangers that lurk in secluded spots. Number 8. Creepy clowns, no laughing matter. One summer in the 1980s of Millbrook, creepy clowns started showing up everywhere. Kids wouldn't walk alone, and adults were on edge. These clowns weren't just pranksters, they were silent, their painted smiles hiding sinister intentions. As Halloween neared, everyone was on high alert, waiting for the clown's next move. The creepy clown phenomenon isn't just an urban legend. It's a real-life trend that resurfaces periodically. In 2016, there was a spike in clown sightings worldwide, causing panic and fear. Whether it's pranksters or something more sinister, these sightings play on our innate fear of clowns, a fear known as coulrophobia. Number 7. Slender Man, the internet's dark creation. In the early 2000s, an eerie figure emerged from the depths of the internet. Slender Man, a tall, faceless being in a suit, stalked children and lured them into the woods. His unnaturally long limbs and featureless face sent shivers down spines. The legend began as creepypasta, a short, scary story shared online, but it quickly took on a life of its own. Slender Man became a viral sensation, inspiring countless videos, games, and even real-life incidents. His presence in popular culture has made him one of the most recognizable and terrifying urban legends of the digital age. Number 6. The Blackeyed Children, Visitors in the Night. One evening, you hear a knock on the door. 2 children stand on the porch, heads down. When they look up, their eyes are completely black, void of any white. They ask to come in, their voices monotone and unnerving. You feel an overwhelming sense of dread. The Black-Eyed Children phenomenon started gaining attention in the late 1990s with stories of these eerie kids appearing out of nowhere, often at night. They beg to be let in, but those who do are said to experience intense fear and misfortune. This urban legend has been widely reported and has inspired numerous videos and stories tapping into our primal fears of unknown and the uncanny. Number 5. Polybius, the game that plays you. In an old arcade in Portland, Oregon, a mysterious game called Polybius appeared in the early 1980s. Players talked about hallucinations and lost time, and some even saw men in black watching them. The game seemed to warp reality, causing vivid and disturbing visions. Then one day, the game vanished, leaving behind whispers of government experiments. Polybius is a legend claiming the game caused psychoactive effects and was part of a government experiment. While no concrete evidence supports its existence, the story has persisted, feeding off our fears of mind control and surveillance. Number 4. The Loch Ness Monster, beneath the misty waters. A fisherman on Loch Ness sees the water ripple and a long neck rise from the depths. For a moment, they lock eyes before Nessie disappears. The fisherman's left with a story no one believes, but the fear in his eyes is unmistakable. The Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, has been a part of Scottish folklore for centuries, with the first recorded sighting in the 6th century. Despite numerous searches and scientific investigations, Nessie remains an elusive and captivating mystery. The legend gained worldwide fame in 1933 when a photograph claimed to show the monster's long neck and head, but the mystery continues. Number 3. The Kidney Heist, a chilling awakening. Tom woke up in a bathtub full of ice with a stitched incision on his back. The last thing he remembered was a drink from a stranger. He'd become the latest victim of the notorious kidney thieves. Imagine the panic and horror of realizing your organs have been harvested. This legend emerged in the 1990s, often as a cautionary tale about trusting strangers. While there have been a few, if any, verified cases, the fear of organ theft is real and deeply unsettling. Stories like these have been reported in various countries, but most are considered urban myths rather than confirmed incidents. Number 2. Ghost Bus of Beijing, a ride through time. Li Wei got on the last bus home noticing the passengers looked different. They wore outdated clothes and stared blankly ahead. The bus took him through the unfamiliar streets, and when he got off, he was in Beijing from decades past. Trapped in a spectral journey, how would you find your way back? This story has been a part of Beijing's urban lore since the early 1990s, with variations telling of ghostly buses appearing at the night and leading passengers to otherworldly destinations. Some versions of the tale say the ghost bus is cursed and only appears to those who are lost or in need of guidance. Number 1. The Spider Bite, an unwelcome souvenir. After a dream vacation in Brazil, Maria found a bump on her cheek. It grew until one morning it burst, releasing dozens of tiny spiders. Imagine the horror of realizing you've become a host for a spider nest. Her exotic trip left her with a living nightmare. This legend taps into our primal fear of spiders and infestations. While exaggerated, it's based on the real possibility of insect bites becoming infected and creating unpleasant surprises. Similar stories have been told worldwide, often involving different insects or arachnids and playing on the fear of the unknown lurking inside our bodies. So next time you hear a creepy story, remember, some urban legends are more real than you think. If you loved these spine-chilling tales, make sure to subscribe to Trending Tenz for more thrilling content. Stay tuned, stay curious, and always keep a light on.